heavily armed men and attacked the institution. We understand from my director, we have Ndungu on the line as well, Milka Ndungu, who's a student at that particular university, joining us online. Milka, thank you so much for talking to us. Would you kindly explain to us what happened this morning?
Okay, as we were sleeping, we had some gunshots. Then, all of a sudden, people started screaming and roaming all over. Then, as for myself, I ran towards the field because towards the gate, the gunshots zilikuwa zinatokea. Then, uko field ulikuwa unaona like fireworks, the gunshots zinasikia, unaona moto juu over the skies. Then you are running toward the field, toward the shrubs so that you can save your life. Then we were in field. It's like those people are looking at us because they started shooting towards the field where we were. So we were forced to jump over the fence with all that stuff.
Wow. So what time was this, Milka? You said you were asleep when all of a sudden there was gunfire. What time was this estimated time, you think?
It was around 5 because the CU members were on prayers, and they usually go for prayers around 5 to 5:30.
All right. So how many, did you get an indication of how many people were shooting?
Okay, I don't know because even you didn't have time to see. You are just running for your own sake.
All right. And as you ran, did you get a sense that most of you were able to escape? Did you see any people being injured, being shot, dead? What did you see? Talk to us about what you were seeing as you were running for your life.
Okay, only what you could see. As a matter of fact, we were only hearing gunshots and seeing the fire being like fireworks. Nothing else. You couldn't even trace someone who is running after you, but all you could see is like your sound in a kukaribia.
All right,
they can shoot you.
So where are you now?
Okay, the chief is helping us to go to a police station where we could be safe because we were hiding out in a good Samaritan place where he rescued us.
Sorry, would you please repeat that again?
As in, the chief is taking us somewhere safe in a police station.
All right, how many are you?
Okay, you're getting kidogo, so he's taking few people around 5, then he goes back for the rest like that.
All right, by the time you were leaving, was there any presence of police? Did you meet anyone coming to this particular college?
Yes.
Okay, how many?
Yes,
Sorry?
Okay, they have wamekuja already.
All right, and the ambulances, we understand there are some that are transferring casualties from the school, from the college to the Garissa General Hospital. Have you been able to call some of your friends? Do you know their fate?
Okay, when we communicate to those who are inside, they are saying they are in huddles and we are only texting, so they don't know what is going on outside, and for us we even don't know. All we can hear is the ambulance siren.
All right, so you're texting with some of your colleagues. They're saying they're inside. What parts of the university are they in? What are they saying is happening? Are they describing to you what is happening? What have they been able to see?
Okay, they are saying they are hiding in the hostels, under the beds, all that thing. So they don't know what's happening outside. All you can hear is gunshots, and you're communicating through text because they can't speak calls.
All right, we'll continue getting more information from you, Milka. We thank you for talking to us. I don't know if any of our guests this morning has anything you'd like to perhaps know, any information you think would be crucial to still put that question to Milka this morning. Okay, we will get back to you, but let's talk about this security, and we'll continue getting more information on this. Of course, if you're just joining us, it is that attack we're talking about at the Garissa University, and gunmen have attacked the Garissa University. We understand from Milka, who's a student there, they were asleep at around 5 a.m. when all of a sudden they started hearing gunshots being fired, explosions as well. She's describing a scene of like fireworks. That is what she was talking to us about just now. And she said they ran into a field, and as they were collected there, gathered there again, gunshots towards them. So they fled the particular institution. This is Garissa University. She did say that police came to the scene. We have another caller online. That is Ismail.
Yes.
Ismail, thank you very much for joining us. And this is Ismail. I'm trying to get Ismail is an activist in Garissa. Thank you very much for joining us. Talk to us about what you know so far.
Actually, things are not so good today in Garissa. You know, about 5:30 in the morning, it's just exactly the time for morning prayer, we just had some gunshots at random. And then an explosion. And then we didn't know exactly where the thing was coming from. And usually it's a bit dark at 5:30 in Garissa at that time, so most of the people were indoors. So what happened is at about 6:15 is the time people started coming out and looking at what's going on. Everybody started asking themselves what is happening actually. And we saw at least the military, the KDF was really acting very fast. And we got the location that is the Garissa University College that was under attack. Yes.
All right, Ismail, let me just take you back a little bit. A lot of this is a fluid situation, even for us here in studio, getting a lot of information fast from all directions. So let me just run us through, because I understand you're from the hospital.
Yeah, actually I went to the hospital, and the ambulances were really so fast, and there were so many casualties actually who were coming. They were being brought at least 2, 3 at once. And some had, I saw about 2, 3 people also who were brought by this this Toyota vehicle from out of the ambulances. One of the guys had a gunshot in his leg, his toe, and an armed forces guy also got injured. And basically there's a lot of tension that was there. And the military and the KDF also around the hospital was really involved. They were almost chasing everybody away. But the people who are already apparent situation that coming from the ground, that these guys are inside and they are holding in some hostages. The students, among the students, male and female students are being held as hostages. Then one of the guys I had also saying that these are fresh injured people who are being brought. So there are people they said about when the guys struck us, they are still the guys who are injured who are still lying there, that nobody could even reach them because the gunmen are firing towards the armed forces, and it's hard for them to rescue. Whenever they try also to penetrate, they are getting a lot of firepower that's coming towards them. So actually they were like crying and saying, why are we not going for the people? One of the guys was shouting, why don't you even, you were telling the ambulance guys, why didn't you guys go in and get the people who were injured, the students who were injured previously? And then, you know, the university college itself, it houses the teachers, their families are also living with them in there. So it's really saddening. Then the most of the communities who even live across, it's called college. There's boys from primary that's adjacent to it. On the other end, there's a girls' orphanage that's called Milka. And on the other side, there is the Yatri primary. You see, so the whole zone, there are so many institutions that are there.
Okay.
So people are vacated most of the places, and the tension is just so high.
All right, Ismail, thank you for that. We also want to talk to and with Abdi Fatah, who I understand is a student at the Garissa University, but he's currently in the building next to the university. Abdi Fatah, if you can hear me, at the time of this attack, were you in campus?
Yeah.
So talk to us about what happened.
Actually, it started in the morning at 5:40.
Mm-hmm.
The attack began, the gunshot began when it was around at the gate. And then later on, after some 1 minute, it happened to be, to accumulate around an area where CU people are praying.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, some of the police security who were there tried to intervene the matter. And then a while later, then the issue then accumulated around our hostels, where it went in progress for almost 20 minutes. And then it directed itself into hostel up to now, where the gunshots are still going on. The police who just came to us and the military officers who came to us are just surrounding the institution,
Mm-hmm.
of which I am seeing them from a short distance. And the hostel, which is under a tremendous attack, is the Elgon hostel, of which some my fellow Muslims who are ladies were staying. And so the report they gave me, they told me that they were told to go out as they claim that they are Muslims. And at the moment they are staying in the mosque. And also, there's a certain Muslim fellow of mine who is called by the name Asman, of which I am even seeing right at the moment, police telling him to walk by the knees. And then that is now what is actually going. The police are even trying to endanger the lives of the students by even directing a lot of gunshots to the hostel.
Okay.
So we're really wondering.
All right. So Abdi Fatah, if I got you right, you said that some of your colleagues, females, who of the Muslim faith, were telling you that they were told to leave the room.
Yeah. Actually, that is what happened.
Why is it they were asked to leave the room? Did they say?
I don't know. I really suspect that some of the attackers were from the Al-Shabaab militias who used to do, because it is not a unique thing for them to do that.
So they were set free?
Yeah.
So you're saying they were set free, the young ladies, they were set free, they were told to leave?
They are now free, but even some of them, when I talked to them, I communicated to them through phone, they told me, even they cannot speak. What I've seen them, what they have seen is really shocking, and I don't know what is going to happen. Even now, we have not gone to communicate with each other, we have not seen each other. I'm still with my fellow Atman Bakhari in my room. Still, we have not gone out.
So you're saying at the time of the attack, and we also had this from your other colleague, that there were prayers going on?
What?
There were prayers going on at the time of this attack?
Please.
Hello?
Yeah.
You're saying that there were prayers going on. Did they go to this particular room? Because one of the people earlier had mentioned about the CU prayers were happening at this particular time of the attack. Now you're telling us about the young ladies who were told to leave. What clarity can you give us in as far as that is concerned, and what your thoughts are?
Really, I don't know. I don't know even what to say. I'm even shocked in my room.
Yeah.
The hostels are still under attack, and the police who came, they failed to rescue that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And we are asking the government of Kenya to at least help us with helicopters, so that they can be in a position to intervene in the matter.
All right. Do we know right now, from where you are, what you can see, is this an exchange of fire, what you're hearing still, between the police and the attackers, or the attackers on the people still in the compound? Can you get an indication of that?
Pardon?
From where you are, you say you still can't see what's happening in the university?
I'm not even seeing anything, because where the major problem is in progress is that hostel, of which even there is no door, there is no windows through which I can view the matter. But reports from various sources, from friends and also from various sources, told me that there's a lot of killings that is going on, and a lot of people were killed.
All right, Abdi Fatah, thank you for joining us and talking to us on the line this morning from Garissa. Abdi is one of the students who's managed to escape after this attack. Early morning, 5 a.m., we understand, is when this gunman struck. Still unclear who these people are. We understand from all the people we've been talking to this morning that the gunshots still being heard from the university. It's unclear whether it's still the gunmen attacking and shooting the students there, or it's an exchange of fire between them and the police. We'll be waiting to get more information, especially from the authorities, from the police. We'll seek to get them and hear what they can tell us now in as far as an update of this particular situation.